Hi, it's John and Mike, brew-dudes.com, and it is the continuation of our beer swapping exchange. What are we calling this? The Homebrew Swap series. This is exchange number 4. Number four. We got a package from a guy named Eric Yandel. He's out of, where is he from? Round Rock, Texas. At least that's the address I sent my beer to. And he sent us back 4 beers. A few that were very interesting, but we had to choose one, and I think we just kind of played rock, paper, scissors until we figured out one of them. He sent over a Red Ruby IPA, a Vienna Lager, which we'll probably taste a little bit later, and a Red Eye Stout. It's a breakfast stout. But the one we have here in front of us is the Ridiculous IPA. It's a Ridiculous. It's an IPA made with two-row Vienna rye, flake barley, and Crystal 60. He bittered this beer with Warrior, then Amarillo, Chinook, and Citra in the later editions. Then he dry hopped with Amarillo and Citra, and used US 05 dry yeast to ferment the whole thing. He brewed this on February 7th of this year, 2016, which just happens to be this guy's birthday.
Happy birthday to me!
Hey, congrats. And it had an original gravity of 1068, finished at 1015. And I'll say that it has a very clear look and feel.
It's super clear.
Yeah, and a nice color too. It's just a little bit orangey, a little tan. Has a great aroma right off the bat. When I opened it up, it was very present. So good job on the dry hopping for sure. What are your first impressions, Mr. Mike?
Well, I love the clarity. Super cool clarity. Carbonation level is apparent. It's lightly bubbling away. It's nice. This is definitely in the wheelhouse of my favorite beer color.
Oh, yeah?
I just love this color. This is like a light copper penny-ish color. I love it when you get into this ranger color.
Light copper. That's
light
what
copper
it is.
Is great. The aroma is fantastic. It's definitely got that tangerine and citrus aroma.
Yeah. It's like biting into a big grapefruit.
There's
like
a
nice, pleasant grapefruit
There's a little
taste.
bit of like a sweetness there maybe from the caramel malt.
Yeah.
But it's mostly hop forward. The mouthfeel is like, I would say it's medium, which is good. I like it. It actually helps support the hoppiness there.
It's not as but it's not as full as I expected.
Full. It's not,
yeah, medium would be good. I'd say it's like medium
to light.
Yeah.
It's super clean finish.
Yeah.
The bitterness doesn't linger. The hoppiness doesn't linger. The malts, even though there's like Vienna in there and the rye and the flaked barley is in there, it all comes together really nicely as a nice single harmonious note. Really supports the hopping well. It's super well balanced.
Yeah.
Very, very, very drinkable. I can't get enough of it. It's fantastic. I mean, the hop flavor balances really well with the hop aroma.
Yeah.
And the bitterness is just enough. I mean, it doesn't indicate IBUs in there, right?
No.
I don't need to know because it's fantastic.
Yeah, we don't need to know. We're not keeping score at home. My question to you, I mean, I think the reason why we picked this was just to taste rye malt.
One of our previous beers had some rye.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And I think there's this misconception that rye tastes like caraway seeds because I think we all grew up with rye bread, and that's the
or like spicy.
Yeah,
right?
that flavor, but it's like it's spicy, but it's really pungently spicy and bitter at the same time. And I don't think rye malt brings that. And I think a lot of people say like, oh yeah, rye it tastes like caraway seeds because I think that's what we're all used to, like going to a New York City style deli and getting a nice big pastrami sandwich or something.
I think that when you add a little rye with some American two-row, it's sort of like using little Munich in combination.
Yeah.
I think it just adds an intriguing depth to the malt quality that it doesn't taste just like two-row barley. And you're left wondering, what is it? It just makes it a little more interesting on the palate. It definitely adds a dynamic to it. I wouldn't say that it's rye driven
No.
or that it's
It's
spicy.
just it's like one little flavor note.
And certainly with
Yeah.
these the flavoring hops and the aroma hops, that rye character is probably it isn't in front, but it doesn't need to be because it's so well balanced. Rye itself also can be pretty gummy. So it's one of the things that helps contribute to the body too a little bit.
There you go.
And some of the finishing gravity. So I think it's but just looking at it again, 1068 starting gravity.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't drink like a 1070 beer. at all.
No, it drinks pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, it's really good.
All right. Well, that's the
love it. I love it.
ridiculous. I don't think it's that ridiculous,
No.
actually. Unfortunately, I mean, well, I guess if you were to compare it to what you thought it may be, it's ridiculous that it's this good. Ridiculous.
What's ridiculous about this is how well balanced it is,
Yeah.
how subtle, and how every note just plays well together.
So, thanks, Eric. If you have the recipe, put it in the comments below on YouTube, or you can go to our blog page. We'll put it up there, brew-stews.com. Check it out. But we'd love to see the recipe if you're willing to share. For John and Mike, brew-stews.com. Another successful brew swap exchange. Cheers.
Thank you, sir.